Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum, sitting right beside me. My name is Mark Chinook, and Fight Week continues here in Las Vegas. Brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of celebrations, by Zone. Get in the zone by Boost Mobile, money is power, and by C4 Energy that hits. Energy that hits. Before we bring out our main event, joining me now are those that will square off on the pay-per-view portion of our card. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time, I will sit down with those taking part in our card. Two massive fights on our pay-per-view portion. 10 rounds in the lightweight division, Jeremiah Katia, Raymond Murataya. 10 rounds in the junior lightweight division, Adam Valdez, Oscar Valdez. Gentlemen, thank you so much for spending time with us today. I know Fight Week is chaotic, but being able to sit down with you, get a little insight as we creep closer and closer to Saturday means the world to everybody in boxing. We're sitting here, guys, on the floor of this legendary venue, and we'll start down there with you, sir. How you feeling? What does it mean to be sitting here inside MGM Grand Garden Arena on a card possibly, well, not possibly, arguably, the fight of fights in 2023?
Yeah, no, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be back in Vegas. I'm happy. I can't wait for Saturday night and do my thing. I'm just excited. I'm just excited to be here. I would like to thank Mr. Bob Top Rank, our management, for considering me always. I would like to thank my promoter, Mr. Nesta, my team, my coach, Mr. Nichi Natangwede. It was not easy to be here, but at least we are here now. So we are looking forward to Saturday so that we can make a statement.
You said it wasn't easy to get here, and I had that written down. Talk about the journey and the travel that you go through to get to Las Vegas from Namibia.
Yeah, it's far. From Namibia to here to Las Vegas, it's quite a lot of hours flying. Yeah, but it's now, I'm getting used to it now. So it's not the first time, it's a couple of times that I have to fly from Namibia to Vegas and back. Yeah, I'm getting used now. It's not a problem. Distance is not a problem.
I got a real estate agent I'll put you in touch with. We'll get you a condo here in Vegas so you can spend more time with us. I love that smile. Raymond Murataya, you wanted this one. You're quoted on you wanted this one. Why now? Why this fight right now?
I mean, I'm just ready to be a champ, man. There's just nothing but hard work we're putting in, and I just can't wait for Saturday, man. I'm just trying to show people that I'm the next 135 champ.
Your last time out, what did you take away from that fight? You put on a show, but that first round, did you come out not warmed up enough? What was the reason behind that sort of rough start to that last time out?
Yeah, it's definitely we're having trouble with the gloves back, but yeah, I definitely didn't warm up like I usually do. But I got knocked down, got back up, and I got the stoppage.
Jeremiah, I want to come back to you. 14 months ago was the last time you stepped into the ring, and I think you shocked the boxing world defeating Miguel Berchelt. An amazing display. Do we see that guy again Saturday night?
Just say it again.
You put on a show the last time you were in the ring.
Yes.
A beautiful display, a great victory.
Yes.
Do we see that same fighter again Saturday night?
Yeah, I think you're going to see more than that. The last time I was in Vegas, you see what I display. Come Saturday to be more than that.
Were you surprised when Raymond wanted to fight you Saturday night? When you got the call?
Yeah, I saw it on face. I saw it on social media when he mentioned my name, and I just want to say that he can't handle what he called out.
You want to respond to that? He said you can't handle what you called out.
Listen, man, I'm ready. I'm ready for anybody right now. To be the best, man, you just gotta go through these people, man, and I'm just trying to get to the top. So I'll be taking care of business Saturday.
This card is stacked top to bottom. You're clearly on it for a reason. When you see the two guys in the main event, is that who you want to be one day?
that's exactly where I want to be, man, and hopefully I can get the winner.
I was reading a quote. Your father's your trainer, Garcia's your manager, but Robert chimed in here and there. He's given you some great tips. You were quoted on that. How's the dynamic helped you get to where you are today?
It's been great, man. These guys, they know me so well. They have a lot of experience in boxing, man, and it's just been great and a pleasure to have them by my side.
Jeremiah, I got one more question for you. Back home, you work as a police officer, and I actually think I asked you this once back in the hallway. Do you get more nervous stepping into the ring, or are you more nervous walking the beat back in Namibia?
Not nervous at all. Being a police officer, it opens your mind. You know, a lot of environment that you go through, it make your mind stronger when you're a police officer or when you're a forceman. I'm a forceman. There's nothing to fear. I feel like I can also work anywhere in the world. So there's nothing to fear about being here or being anywhere.
Listen, gentlemen, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us today. We're going to move on here. 10 rounds in the junior lightweight division. This is a rematch. Adam Lopez, Oscar Valdez. Gentlemen, I think a lot of people want to see this one again. Oscar, you're 1 year out of the ring. How excited are you to get back into it?
Oh, man, I'm excited. Yeah. I'm extremely excited, man, because it's been 1 year since my last fight. You know, and then coming off a loss, you know, it's more motivating because it doesn't matter if you lose. What matters how you come back. If you come back strong or you decide to stay small. So I just want to come back and set the statement and go on from there. You know, I'm very excited. This is what I felt like I was born to do. I've been fighting ever since I was 8 years old, and just can't wait to be in the ring. It felt like eternity this long year.
Yeah, boxing needs you in the ring. It's an exciting time to be a part of boxing, and clearly this card on Saturday night is a perfect example of that. Adam, you took the fight against Oscar on 1 day's notice. It was an incredible fight. Everybody still talks about it. You wanted this rematch. Are you surprised it's happening?
I'm surprised it's happening. Oscar told me the rematch after our first fight, but it never came about. You know, he went on, he won his world title. We both went our separate ways, but we come back full circle, and I think it's a great time that we both fighting at this time on this card. It's a huge fight. People have been wanting to see it. I'm very excited for it.
How is working with Eric Brown help you dial things in?
Eric Brown is such a great coach. He's brought out the best in me. Every single day I'm in the gym, he's making sure I'm on my P's and Q's or I might get smacked that day. He's definitely an old school coach, definitely pushed me to my limits every single day, and I think he got the best out of me this camp for sure.
Oscar, he was surprised he got the rematch. Why was it important to you to offer him the rematch and get back with him?
Like you said before, after the first fight, you know, we said we're going to get the rematch, and it was, like I said, perfect timing. Yeah. The perfect timing, and right now, I just want to step in the ring. I want to thank Bob and Top Rank, my manager, Frank Espinosa, for making this happen and stepping inside the ring. Like I said, it's what I love to do. I love being in the gym. I love training. I love fighting. So you guys are going to see something different Saturday night.
Bob, I want to bring you in here. You're sitting here like a ninja. You don't say much until I call upon you. We got an amazing 10-round lightweight bout with Murataya Nakatia and a 10-round junior lightweight bout here, Valdez and Lopez. Talk about these four guys for a little bit because they've been such a big part of top-ranked boxing.
Well, you have to understand, we have an incredible main event, which is a pick'em fight with Haney and Lomachenko. And it really behooves us to dress up the card with the best fights that we could make. And the two fights up here are tremendous contests, really good betting fights, good close fights, and the fans will enjoy them. And the fans are going to enjoy the entire night. The card is loaded. You'll see tomorrow with the fighters, young fighters who start with ESPN Plus, and then a championship fight on ESPN. And it's really a tribute to boxing because the main event, these two warriors, Haney and Loma, deserved the best possible card that we could give them.
Oscar, I want to come back to you. I'm more of a boxer. I don't really consider myself a hard-hitting fighter, but I can do all different styles. I can bang. If the guy boxes, I can pressure. If I'm a pressure guy, I can also box. Whatever the fighter brings, I'll switch it up. You've been candid about your relationship with Eddie Reynoso and how he's helped you. What are some of the things that you took away from your last fight that you have spent working on and improving on, so that we see a different Oscar in the ring with a different mindset?
You always learn from Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso is a great trainer, and like I said, well, I always thank Eddie for giving me the time that we need to keep on improving, because we all know he has the big guy, the face of boxing. He has Canelo Alvarez, so that will take a lot of time from him. But him giving me the time and the effort to keep on improving and learning, I always thank him. And we always work on a lot of things. But one thing that's always clear for me is he always works on the defense area. And it doesn't mean we're not going to be offensive at the time, but we always got to keep that defense in every moment so no surprises come. But with my fight against Shakur Stevenson, it was completely different, because Shakur Stevenson is a great fighter. He's very technical, has a great ring IQ. So it was a great learning experience from fighting Shakur.
The last time you fought Adam, a lot of people in boxing said the fight was prematurely stopped. A lot of chatter on social, people commenting. Did part of that weigh in on the rematch, saying, hey, look, let's just do it again and let me show you what this is all about?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, we said it before that we were going to have the rematch, and due to the fact that people were commenting, saying that they want the rematch because it was our early stoppage, then I said, okay, we have to do this. Eventually, we're gonna end up doing it, and I think right now is the perfect moment. So we're ready.
Yeah, it is the perfect moment. It's the perfect fight for this card as well. Adam, quote, I've had a lot more time to think about Oscar. I'm a lot older now. I've got more experience. It's going to be a different story. How do you change the ending to this story on Saturday night?
I'm a different fighter, man. He fought me, I was 23 years old with 15 fights. You know, I'm 27 now. I got 21 fights. I've been in there with some of the best since him. You know, I've taken some losses, but I've learned from them losses. I've never turned down no fights. I take hard fights every single time I'm out there. I'm learning inside and outside the ring. So the time I'm in right now, I'm the best I've felt, the best I've been, the best shape I've been in. It's a different story. If he thinks it's going to be an easy fight, he's in for a long night.
I said it to Oscar. I say it to you. Boxing is better with you in the ring. We're excited to see you in there. There's a lot of talk about Navarrete and Lopez. Do you want to play spoiler to that conversation?
I'm definitely here to mess up the game plans, for sure.
Oscar, any last comments before we wrap it up and we let you guys face it off for the first time?
All good. I'll just let my fist do the talking Saturday night.
Yeah, these two fights Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be absolute fireworks. And as to Bob's comment, the card is absolutely stacked. Gentlemen, I'm going to ask you now to just simply leave your microphones on your chairs, and we're going to let you face off for the first time. And then we are going to bring out our main event. Everybody watching, please sit tight. We're going to let these guys face it off for the first time this week.
kings, one undisputed title. The stakes have never been higher.
As a devout Muslim, Devin Haney observed the holy month of Ramadan, even as it fell in the middle of his training camp. During Ramadan, Muslims refrain from eating or drinking from sunup to sundown. A difficult task while training for the biggest fight of his career.
Alhamdulillah, we have been blessed to make it to the blessed month of Ramadan. Fasting in the month of Ramadan is an opportunity for us to gain this kind of mindfulness, where we can think about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our actions. So let's give ourselves this chance to get closer to Allah and experience the sweetness of the religion by trying to get all we can out of this Ramadan. Whatever that looks like for you, everybody's situation is different. Some people, Allah doesn't give them the ability to fast from food or drink, but we still can get benefits from this Ramadan.
The holy month of Ramadan is important to me, as a Muslim. I wanted the fight to be before Ramadan so I could fast with my family, but it wasn't something that we was able to do. So now I'm going through training camp during Ramadan.
And if we can't fast, feeding people is one of the best ways that we can make up for it. He says we should feed the hungry people who need food what we love to eat. And so as we try to get closer to Allah during this month of Ramadan, we should remember that a part of our gaining nearness to Him is us serving the people and us helping the people and us striving to make things better for the people.
It wasn't the healthiest for my body for me to be fasting all day and training multiple times. So that's when, as a team, we decided that the best was to just either make it up or celebrate next year and give back. And that's what I've been doing. I've been feeding people and giving back, to make up for me not being able to fast.
Los Angeles has one of the nation's largest homeless populations, especially the area known as Skid Row. In town for the Lomachenko press conference, Haney took to these streets to give back and give hope in accordance to his faith.
Homelessness and hunger is a world problem, but if you can do a little bit to make it a better place, then we're happy. And I'm always happy to see Devin getting out and doing charity.
It's important for us Muslims to feed people what we would eat. So we fed them chicken, we fed them food that we like. So I think they liked it. Allah has blessed us with so much, so it's only right that we get back.
Thank you guys for what you guys doing. Appreciate you. God bless y'all. See your family. Assalamu alaikum.
After his dominant performance against Masayoshi Nakatani, Vasiliy Lomachenko showed the boxing world he was back. With his newly found focus, the mission to become champion again remained the driving force.
Boxing for Loma, like for me and you riding a bicycle. We'll never forget. He just jumps in the ring, does preparation, goes through the sparrings, and it comes back into his mind.
12 rounds for the WBA Intercontinental Lightweight title.
Tap it up, let's go to work.
Loma is the one, I don't want to just to fight somebody. I wanted to fight the real champion. I wanted to fight the real guy. You can't just jump in and go for the undisputed. You have to go through a lot of guys, through a lot of fights.
The class of Vasiliy Lomachenko. It has been evident all night long.
And that's what is happening.
Vasiliy Lomachenko!
Hi, how are you? Good. It's a rest day, and we want to shoot a little bit. It will be a little competition.
After defeating Richard Comey, Lomachenko was offered a chance to fight for the undisputed lightweight title, as his homeland fell under war. He turned down the historic opportunity, instead flying back to Ukraine to help his fellow countrymen and protect those dearest to him.
You can't do anything when war come to your country and come to your house. It's not right, I think. I just try to defend my family, my house, and our country. It's a simple decision for people who loves your country, who loves your home, who loves your family and your people. You don't think about your 4 belts for undisputed world champion. No, you're never thinking about this. Now I start thinking about my family, about my kids. When they grow up, how it's gonna be, and where they are gonna be, and who they are gonna be. Now this is part of my goal.
Back in the United States, Vasiliy Lomachenko's desire to be undisputed remained constant. After serving his country during war, he returned to the ring last October, seeking a victory that would give him his chance at history.
From Top Rank, the name came Ortiz. And I called Loma and I said, look, you can't find a champion now. You already fought all the veterans. How about if we're gonna fight Ortiz? And he was like, oh my God, it's good because he is the best prospect today. He said, he is the best prospect today we can see in the division. And he says, I would love to fight. And I seen him in the sparrings here. Of course I thought it's gonna be a dangerous fight. But Loma likes danger. He works with the danger.
The two-time Olympic gold medalist from Ankaran, Ukraine.
Everybody is waiting for him to do something wow. But he does enough to win a fight. Even with those big guys, with a long reach, tall guys. It's not a secret what he does in the ring.
I do all what I need to do for the win.
Landing that same shot over and over and over.
I know I control the fight, I control a situation, and I know where I need to do more. For me, it was the fight. It was a very, very good preparation for next fight.
Lomachenko!
Imagine if you were climbing a mountain. And you can climb it at your own pace. It's not a race. And at the top of that mountain is whatever you need. We got to climb a mountain. And we have to conquer a mountain. And the mountain that we have to conquer is the mountain of our own selves. You can't beat anybody unless you beat yourself. If you don't have the ability to beat yourself, to beat the lower desires, the urges, the habits that are human, then how are you going to get to be able to beat anybody else?
You first gotta beat yourself before you can beat somebody else. Just even in the gym, when you're training hard, you beat yourself down to prepare for that one night.
You're seeing a young master at work. That's what you're seeing right now. A young master at work. Devin Haney is the king right now.
But we go through 8-12 weeks training camp just to prepare for one night. We die, we starve ourselves, our bodies are sore, we go through sparring, we beat each other up, which is one night, just to beat that one person across the ring.
Devin the Dream Haney, at 23 years old, will head back to the States with every belt there is to grab onto.
Next announcement, Tank.
This is now a closed practice. There's no pictures, videos, or recording of any kind. We ask that you kindly put away your phones, cameras, so we do not make any mistakes.
After 2 dominant victories over George Kambosos, the undisputed champ plans on making no mistakes in his upcoming bout. For Haney, the Lomachenko fight is one that has been 4 years in the making. One he feels will be 4 years too late for his rival.
I think Loma should have fought me 4 years ago when I was calling for him. And I told him then, I said, fight me now because it's only gonna get worse. Now is the worst time to fight me because now I'm champion. Now my confidence is through the roof. I got the momentum. I got more experience. Everything has gotten better since 4 years ago.
Use your legs. That's good, Dev. The fight, it's everything that we've been looking for 4 years. Devin has matured. He's developed both inside and outside the ring. We couldn't be more happy about the fight right now.
Loma made me wait 4 years to fight him. I'm upset. I don't like him. I want to beat him bad. I want to send him to retirement.
Good.
I do everything better. I hit harder, I'm faster, stronger, younger, more athletic, got more heart. There's nothing that he can do better than me. May 20th, watch me whoop on an amateur. The youngest undisputed champion ever.
EXP!
We never chased Haney or any other fighter, but Father Bill ran into me exactly 4 years ago and asked me how possible for us to fight Vasiliy Lomachenko. And I said, Bill, it's not happening. You guys just starting your career. It's not happening. When your kid achieves something into the sport, then we can talk about it, but it's not happening. Did he achieve something? Yes, he became an undisputed champion. Right now, we're putting a fight together.
He is undisputed world champion. He is real champion right now. 4 years ago, why he talking about this? But now for him it will be more easily than 4 years ago. We'll see. He has a chance to prove what he said. No more words, only May 20.
next time on Blood Sweat.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. I say that every time, but rarely is he sitting right beside me. Bob, how excited are you about this main event Saturday night?
Well, if you're a boxing fan, you have to be tremendously excited. This is what boxing is all about. Two evenly matched guys, two tremendous professionals fighting for supremacy. I can't wait for Saturday night.
I can't wait to bring them up. They're in the building, so let's bring them up here. Please welcome the former unified lightweight champion of the world, Vasiliy Lomachenko and Igis Klimas, and the youngest undisputed champion in the modern era, Devin the Dream Haney and Bill Haney. Gentlemen, come on up. Welcome, gentlemen. Guys, thank you for spending some time. Fight week well underway. Champ, I'll start with you. Now that we're into fight week, do you feel any different, or are you just rolling with it?
Oh, man, alhamdulillah. I'm happy that fight week is finally here. This is all a dream come true for me. It's crazy that it's finally here. I've trained, I had a great training camp, me and my team, and it's go time, Saturday night.
Bill, I want to bring you in right away. I asked you this yesterday at Grand Arrivals, but I want to dig in a little bit deeper. When you take the training hat off and you sit there beside your son as father, how proud are you?
Oh, I'm extremely proud. This is something that Devin has been working towards. We've had a great example of a father and son duo with Loma and his dad who've been epitome of professionalism and a hard-working journey. So it's a great opportunity on this big stage for me and Devin as a duo to our climax be a fight against a hell of a team like Lomachenko team.
There's been a lot of talk, a lot of amazing blood, sweat, and tears programs. Top Rank's done an incredible job promoting this fight. Devin, you've said consistently over and over, he should have fought you 4 years ago. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, no, Top Rank, ESPN has done a tremendous job, promoting the fight. This is the one. This is the big one for me, and I'm happy with the way that Top Rank has did the promotion. But yeah, I definitely feel like he should have fought me 4 years ago. Well, I would have at least got my shot 4 years ago. But Allah is a perfect planner, and now the time has finally come. It's going to be worse than it would have been 4 years ago for him.
Loma, Igis, welcome to the stage. Thank you guys so much for being here. Loma, you had this opportunity to fight for the undisputed titles, but you turned it down to return to your homeland and fight for your country. Talk about that for a minute and how that impacted your life and this journey getting to where we are today.
Hi, everyone. Look, it's hard to say because it's, you can change nothing. If you say something or do something, it's nothing change. I think only God can change. So we need to do just pray and ask Him about stop this war.
Absolutely. Igis, I want to ask you, was there concern from you and the camp and everybody involved when that decision was made?
First of all, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having us here in Vegas. Beautiful, beautiful city, good boxing, mega city. Of course, when we, with a Top Rank, made this road for Lomachenko to fight Kambosos and go to Australia, we were very excited. And then I made a phone call to Vasiliy and said, look, we have an opportunity to go and to fight with the Kambosos, and for all those titles you were dreaming. And the answer was, I guess, no, I'm not going. It's not what is on my mind. Right now, I can't think about my career. I can't think about boxing. All I can see right now is just our country is being bombed, people getting killed, and everybody here in this country needs me here. I can't go aboard. So I'm sorry. And I said, you know, this could be a last opportunity. And he says, if it's that meant to be, that's what it's meant to be. My decision is to stay here. And in the beginning, I kind of like, wow, you know, we are working so hard to do that. That was my kind of like a first thoughts. But after that, I realized how strong he is and how good human being and how good man he is. And I told him, you're better than me for sure.
Yeah. There are a lot of things more important than the sport of boxing. One of them is patriotism, particularly when your country is in the grips of defending itself from a terrible aggressor. And it's a small country compared to the size of the aggressor. But with will and determination, look how this thing is turning out. The Ukrainians are giving better than they're taking from the Russians, and I salute all of the people in Ukraine, and I salute Vasiliy Lomachenko for the stand he took, staying behind to defend his country rather than participate across the globe in Australia in a fight.
Loma, now that we're here and you've had a camp and you know, you've talked about this being your dream for so long, and now it's here Saturday night, how locked in are you? I'm hearing the term from your camp, locked in, a lot. How has camp been and how locked in are you?
It was hard, like always. It was very hard, and but it was more motivation. It was big motivation for me, because I understand it's a last chance to be undisputed. That's why it's every train, every day, push me, and push me. And now, 4 more days.
Devin, I want to come back to you, man. This is an unbelievable weekend. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. This is your hometown, pulling up to MGM Grand. You talked about as a kid seeing all of the big fights here. This is your big weekend. Is this your toughest opponent to date, even though you hold all the belts and you went to Australia twice? Is this the toughest fight of your life?
I mean, every fight, you know, up to date is, you know, your toughest test, because, you know, it's only more at stake. You know, every fight, you know, we want to win every fight. So, yeah, on paper, this is my toughest test. But I look to you know, make it an easy night on Saturday night, and as easy as possible, and come out victorious.
You wanted this one. You've been calling for it. Here we are.
Yeah, I've been calling for it for, like I said, 4 years, but the time is finally come. You know, I take my hat off to him for even, you know, giving me a shot after 4 years. You know, I respect everything that he's, you know, did his decision to, you know, stay and fight for his country and all that. That gave me the shot. It aligned for me to get my shot to go to Australia. So it was only right that I give him the shot as well, like a true champion should. And I look to put on a great fight for the fans on Saturday night.
Do you ever step back and look at how far you've come in such a short amount of time? And we talk about ESPN. We talked about blood, sweat, and tears. What an incredible journey this has been. All of this exposure, these documentaries, cameras following you around. And you're 24 years old.
Yeah, man, everything has. I knew that one day all of this would come, but alhamdulillah that it came faster than what I thought it would. But I worked hard for it. I dedicated. You know, since I've been dedicated since I was 7 years old. I put my all into it, and you know, it prepared me for these big moments. Everything up to this point, fighting in Tijuana, going to Australia, doing all these things, it all prepared me for this point. And I'm blessed to be here. I'm happy to be here, and I'm having fun.
Bill, I want to ask you the same thing. Did you ever think in your wildest dreams we'd be here now at this point in his career at this age?
It's just truly been an amazing journey. It took a lot of people behind the scenes to make this thing happen. Devin has been wanting to fight. It was important to him while we were coming back from Australia, while the plane still had turbulence. He wanted to go to New York to challenge Vasiliy Lomachenko and to give the people of Ukraine the opportunity to see their champion fight for undisputed. So that meant a lot to us. You know, it was great people that worked on it, such as Lou DiBella, our attorney John Hornhuer, who really worked behind the scenes and said, if this fight can happen, it's going to happen. And he was a man of his word. We were thankful for it, and now we're here.
We're all here, and we're all thrilled that you guys are here, both parties. Incredible families of boxing. And we can go through the card and talk about all of the families involved in Saturday night, and I think that's what puts this one leaps and bounds above others. There's been some talk, you guys, this week. Loma, he called you an amateur, and you haven't fought anyone like him. He's going to walk all over you.
I don't want to talk about this.
You guys were in the tunnel just here yesterday. MGM Grand, our cameras were following you, and you called him dirty a little bit. He said at breaks, he doesn't break, he likes to throw punches. You guys okay over there? So the chatter's been happening this week, like it's starting.
Yeah, I mean, it's fight time, you know. I just called a spade a spade. I know what he's preparing for, but at the end of the day, we're prepared for whatever he brings to the table, and it won't matter. Whatever, if you want to make it a dirty fight, we got answers.
Igis, you've been in this game a long time. Is this the biggest fight that you've been a part of?
It's one of the biggest, but I've been involved in the very big fights. I've been involved in the stadiums with 90,000 people fight around the world, including UK, Saudi Arabia, United States, T-Mobile's Arena. So yes, it's one of the biggest. But I just wanted to ask a question to the whole people around here. I wanted to ask a question. First of all, I wanted to thank Haney. I wanted to thank the Haney family, Bill, Devin, for giving this opportunity for Vasiliy to fight for his dream. And very thankful for Top Rank, ESPN promoting this fight. Thank you guys very much. Without you, it wouldn't be happening. I like the talk going between the camps. I like that. But I also very like the respect going from both camps to each other. Usually it's going like, you know, swearing to each other and ba-ba, 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 until we're going to go to the ring. This is going a very good, nice promotion. I wanted to thank everybody. Second, what I wanted to say is, what's the question was?
Hey, Igis, we're only a little bit mad that you wouldn't have given us the opportunity that we're giving you right now. We're just only a little bit mad.
4 years ago?
Anytime. Would you have ever given us the opportunity that we're giving you guys right now?
Look, 4 years ago, Lomachenko came in already as an established boxer. He didn't have a time in his career to go and to fight the young fighters. 4 years ago, you're going to agree with me, Devin was not a name, big name in the boxing. Devin didn't have any titles. Lomachenko was always chasing champions, the big names. So
you told me it would never happen. You told me it would never happen, and we believe in God, we believe in Allah, and we know that Allah knows best. You said it would never happen, and I said, we'll see.
And you were right at that point, because I never was thinking Devin was going to be an undisputed champion, and he is. And, you know, it's more respect to him. And that's what we're at.
Have anybody else ever rung your phone like we called your phone to fight Lomachenko? Is there anyone else raising their hand to fight this great fighter right here?
First of all, you know better than me, we are in the boxing business. We have different promoters, we have different networks, and you guys were with a Matchroom, you were on the Zone, we were with a Top Rank, we were on the ESPN. Even Lomachenko had a signed agreement with ESPN exclusivity. We couldn't go to the Zone no matter what. So it is what it is. But right now we're here.
Is there any other top fighter that has rung your phone to fight Vasiliy Lomachenko? No, that's the answer.
No.
So to the people, this is a tough guy, Lomachenko, 3-division world champion, 2 Olympic medals. My son, 24 years old, has been chasing him because he's a great fighter. Let's make that understood. No one has chased Lomachenko the way he is because he's a great fighter, and Devin is putting himself to the test and giving the Ukraine people something to hope for in a champion as Lomachenko.
I'll tell you one thing, everybody was running from Lomachenko. It was hard to get somebody in the ring with Lomachenko. And you were chasing, exactly, yes. So Saturday night, I think, is going to be a very, very nice and a good fight for the fans, for the world of boxing. But I forgot what you asked me, Mark.
No, this is the way it's supposed to be. I don't even care. I'm not going to ask any more questions for the rest of the afternoon. I think we just sit here and we freeball and see what happens. I want to go back to the biggest fight comment, because that's what I started with. But your answer, you said, hey, stadiums, 90,000, 100,000, T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas. Take all of that away, and I want to pose the same question to Bill. I'll give you both an opportunity. How does this fight differ in your gut, in your soul, in your heart when it comes to winning this fight?
Look, over those years we've been working with Vasiliy since he started a pro. We became friends. We became like a father and a son. We became very close. So his dreams are my dreams. Every time in the 10 years I was hearing, when we're going to do undisputed, when we're going to do undisputed. So now you're asking me how big fight, how do we want that fight? It's the same thing like you ask a blind man, do you want to see? Yes, we want this fight. It's a big fight, and we ready for it. He is ready. I'm sorry, not I, me, him.
Well, I think that's a good Freudian slip, because I think you have to be ready too. Bill?
Well, simple and plain. We started this journey when Devin was 8 years old. And along the journey, I asked Devin how good did he want to be. And he said he wanted to be one of the best that ever put on a pair of gloves. And to be that, you must step up to these kind of challenges. He's evolved into an incredible young man, both inside and outside the ring. I couldn't be more happy with his decision. He is the boss of our company, and we're moving straight ahead.
I love that. Loma, I want to come to you. You have been complimentary of Devin, his skill, his ability, but you said it's nothing new, and you have a job to do. All the belts are on the line. How do you walk out of the ring holding them on Saturday night?
Look, he really a high-level boxer. He understands boxing. He knows what he needs to do. He can use his reach. He can use his feet and fill in distance. But I have a big experience in this sport, and it will be very interesting for me.
Devin? Hearing him compliment you like that, but also know that he has a job to do?
Yeah, I mean, we both have a job to do. You know, he has many good attributes that he does in the ring, but it's for me to go in there and crack the code and exploit his weaknesses.
I mentioned this earlier. Vegas is home. How do you and your team put pause on Vegas and all of the distractions that come along with that? You being at home, all your friends, all your family blowing you up. Hey, I need tickets. Can you get me into the suite? You got a credential for me? How do you separate all of that stuff so that you can just focus on the task at hand? Can you give us a little insight as to the camp and the family around you that's got your back?
I mean, it's tunnel vision for me. You know, I don't see nobody else, nothing else but Loma and being victorious. You know, the ticket's gonna do what they're gonna do. Everything's, you know, I got a team that takes care of those things. But my main focus is Loma winning the fight. You know, I put my all into training camp. I push myself, and I'm ready to go. All the other, you know, things that come with a big event. You know, it is what it is. It comes with the territory. But my main focus is being victorious.
Ramadan fell during camp. We documented it in the series. It was incredible to see. A lot of friends who are Muslim who had to fast for the month. You guys went downtown. You gave out food. You went above and beyond. Was it difficult for you to put your faith aside for a little bit or approach it in a different way during camp?
Yeah, it was definitely, difficult because I wanted to fast. Most of my family was fasting during Ramadan, and I fasted for, I want to say, almost 2 weeks, or a little bit under 2 weeks or whatever. But I wanted to fast with my family and, make the sacrifices. But Allah understands that, this is my job. This is how I feed my family. So that's when, I made zakat and gave back as much as I could. But, so much blessings always come for me and my family after Ramadan. After Ramadan, the biggest blessings come to me, I feel. And the fight game is right after Ramadan, and this is a blessing. And me being victorious would be even more of a blessing. So, like I said, once again, I'm excited for Saturday night.
Loma, you've said time and time again, you like danger. There's danger over here. Saturday night, is this the most dangerous opponent that you think you've ever faced?
Maybe I can answer after Saturday night. Then I check this one. But of course, right now it's the most important moment in a boxing right now.
Without question, Bob, this is a fight of fights. Our T-shirts say Top Rank since 1966. Where does this one rank among your list of favorite fights to have promoted?
This ranks right up with the best ones. Why? Because it's so competitive and there are so many opinions out there as to who will win. The odds are very, very close, so that means it's a really good betting fight. And if a fight is a good betting fight and people believe it's going to be so competitive, there's nothing better in boxing or in sports. And so I am so pleased with these two fighters, with the determination that they brought with them. This will be a great fight and a great night for the sport of boxing.
Everybody in this room who works in boxing has a pound-for-pound list. Do you pay attention to that? And after Saturday night, victorious, where are you on that list in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, the world has seen me, pay attention to the pound-for-pound list and, feel a way about it. But at the end of the day, it's only an opinionated list, and it is what it is. My main focus is being victorious, beating Loma, and wherever they put me on the pound-for-pound list, it should be high.
Yeah. Loma, you've been atop of that list pretty much your entire professional career. What does a fight like Saturday night mean to you, aside from the belts and undisputed? Because I know at the end of the day, it's just simply about that. But rank this fight in the history of your career now, where that lives and what that does for you.
Look, it's mean then you put a goal in your life, you need to take it. If you can do this from first time, you can try to do this from second time and again. But you need to take your goal, your dream. This is what I try to do, and it's mean if I take it, I'll be really, very, very happy. And thanks for God, thanks for to my promoter, my top-ranked company, my manager, my family, my father, and all people who support us.
Styles make fights, and clearly we have two incredible styles taking the ring Saturday night. Bill, are there things that you guys worked on specific to his style that we will see possibly that we didn't or haven't seen from Devin?
Preparing for a Lomachenko, you can prepare for everything that you see him do, but he has the ability to rise to a different level. All champions of yesteryear, they bring out a gear that you haven't seen. So you can't just necessarily prepare for him. We can do our best to prepare. Devin has an array in his toolbox. We've brought out every weapon. We've dusted it off. And I'm confident that Devin will make the adjustment needed on May the 20th. But I have a question for Mr. Aaron. Sir, where will you rank the winner of this fight? And in terms of the pound for pound, or even as a future great, as an all-time great.
Bill, that is a trap question because I got so many young fighters out there that if I ever mentioned anything about pound for pound, they'd be on my ass in 30 minutes. So, Bill, you got to let me off the hook.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I can say my word. If Devin gonna win, he's gonna have my vote, pound for pound, #1.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Inshallah.
And vice versa. And vice versa for me.
Yeah, I think everybody in the room agrees that this is the fight of fights. We've been waiting for this one a long time. What's up, brother? Egis, for you, the same question that I just posed to Bill. Styles make fights. This has the potential to be absolute fireworks.
No, it's gonna be, I guarantee, for not for single guy, it's gonna be just a walking in the park. It's gonna be a very, very hard fight for the both sides. I hope they prepared. As much as I can see, they are prepared. I know for a fact Loma prepared. Let's do it on a Saturday night.
The boxing community has the utmost respect for both of you guys. It is an absolute privilege for us in the boxing world to have this fight happening. I think we can all agree that this is something that the community, this sport, needs more of. If you end up with all the belts on your shoulder like you got them right now on Saturday night, where do you go from here? Where do you see yourself going next?
It's a lot of big fights to be made. For me, I'm still young. I want to fight the best fighters in the world. My main focus is being victorious on Saturday, and then we're gonna, go back, talk to my dad, Top Rank, my team, and then we'll see what's next. But my main focus is being victorious, because without being victorious, then I don't get those big fights that I want. And right now, this is the Super Bowl of the lightweight division. This is the biggest fight, the best fight in the best for all the marbles, the king of the division. So I could never look ahead.
Bill, you said earlier he's the CEO of the company, but this is a family affair. Where do you see the next steps leading? Because there is a big business to boxing, right? And this has been an unbelievable couple of years for your son. Truly remarkable.
Well, I met with Bob on several occasions. I've told him and Jeremy Kriegel that Devin is a hot knife and Top Rank is butter. That we believe that when we came over that it wasn't about any preparing for any kind of fights, no development fights, that Devin wanted to be in the biggest and the best fights that Top Rank and the world could offer. I told him we had the 2 fights with Kambosos, and we sat down to talk about what that third fight looked like. We wanted the best fight. We wanted them to put on whoever they felt their best fighter was. We weren't trying to win 2, take an easy touch, and run out the door. Devin is a quintessential businessman, and we just wanted him to.
He's just whispering sweet nothings into my ear.
Yeah, no, but we wanted more than anything to know that we've never stiffed any of our business partners. We've every deal that we've entered into, we fulfilled the contract, and it was very important to us that this third fight be a fight that Bob wanted and the Top Rank team wanted, and if there was something else that was on the table, we were open to maybe talk about it or whatever. But right now, we're focused on Lomachenko, and the rest will work itself out.
Loma, I want to ask the same question to you. Saturday night, 4 belts draped over your shoulder. What would you see next for yourself and your camp?
I just want to come back my home and start thinking and start life, real life, and that's it. If we're talking about future, boxing future, I don't know. It's too long, and right now I'm focused only on Saturday night.
Very good. Devin was whispering in my ear. The words free agency came out of his mouth into my ear after this fight. Elaborate on that and what you meant.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. I see a lot of, people talking about, me being a free agent after this and, this and that. But, Top Rank has done a tremendous job with this event, Bob, and, the whole team. And, I'm happy with what they've done with me so far. And they got a lot of, good fighters, you know, that are good future opponents over there on Top Rank. So I'm excited to, you know, see what's next. But I like being with ESPN. I like working with Bob and Top Rank, and this is my home.
And I will say, candidly with you guys, it's literally one family to another. You know, I was embraced by Bob and Brad and Carl and the team at Top Rank 6 years ago, and it truly is a family here at Top Rank, and you see it with Loma and his family, you see it with Devin and his family, and I think that's what makes Saturday night incredibly special. It is one for the ages. It is one you do not want to miss. ESPN.com pay-per-view. You do not want to miss this undisputed lightweight championship of the world. Gentlemen, thank you so much for spending time with us. We're going to ask you now to leave your microphones on the stage, and you're going to have a standoff right here, a face-off right here in front of us, the first one of the week. On behalf of everybody here at Top Rank and MGM in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.